Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. So we just had another hyper talk with the Theria restart, and let me tell you, it was terrible. Honestly, I mean, the characters they showed, yeah, they were alright. Do I want them personally? Nah, I am already having enough trouble building up the characters with the limited resources we have now. I'm not going to waste time and pools on more characters. But, let's go over what they did and did not talk about in the uh re talk, the hyper talk. That's the word. So they talked about Blessings Galore, how we'll be getting it, and they'll tell us 5 days in advance. But they didn't announce when we'd get the new one. Now I know it's not the 5 days in advance they were talking about, but I feel like this would have been a great opportunity with how upset the community has been about everything, that they would be like, okay, you really love the Blessings Galore. I'll tell you what, this is when the next one will be. And then after that, we'll tell you 5 days in advance. Because right now, they just told us 5 days in advance, and they didn't give us any kind of time frame about if it'd be like every other month, once a month, this, that, or the other. They really didn't tell us jack about anything. So, a little peeved about that. At least they said it's not going to be a one-off thing, and then we'll get it. For all we know, it could be next year. It's going to be a once-a-year type thing. We don't know. They didn't tell us anything about any kind of time frame. Then they talked about people complaining about Freya with Revelation and PvP. Like, kind of just get over it. Really. It's just how it works. People are, is this how it's supposed? Yes. Yes, it's supposed to that's how it's supposed to work. It's not going to be a real big deal once you get your shit together and everything like that. It's just going to be a quote-unquote noob stomper right now. But it's going to phase out. There's going to be rotations of different things people are going to try out. It's not a big deal. They restated that they're not going to be nerfing characters anymore unless it's between seasons. So people were really concerned about Didding because everybody built Didding for PvE, and then people are starting to use it in PvP, and again, because all our gear is pretty trash right now, he just kind of one-shots people. But once it gets a little bit better and we can, do things properly and get good gear setups, good shell setups, everything like that, he's not going to be one-shotting people anymore, and he's going to phase out of the PvP scene. It's just he's there now because so many people are building him, and we have, again, no resources to build other characters. So they're just kind of using we're using people wherever they are. And this honestly pissed me off more than anything. They stated, yeah, for guild battles there is you don't have to worry about changing equipment. It snapshots the team you put in, and you don't have to worry about it. So it's a one and done type deal. Once a week, you just kind of pop it in there and it's dealt with. But they told us they will not be implementing that feature for Arena. Why? No one knows. It's ridiculous, and it makes no sense whatsoever. Why? They just kind of told us to deal with it. Like, yeah, it's just part of the game. Yeah, it's just, you're just gonna have to balance all these items you get because, oh, the game just started and you have like one good speed piece. Yeah, just try and balance it around. It's kind of exhausting hearing them talk about this shit. It makes no sense. In reality, it makes no sense. Why not implement the snapshot equipment feature that you have for guild battles into Arena? You already have the feature in the game, so it's not like you're coding something brand new. Just copy paste into Arena, so we don't have to worry about it. Because if you're farming and you're trying to do this, that, and the other, and you forget who's on your defense team, well, now you just dropped like what, 2 divisions because you had to go farm because there's crappy drop rate on gear, and I'll go over that later after this. But it's just ridiculous. It's like it makes no sense really. Like they're actively trying. It feels like they're actively trying to piss off their player base at this point. But okay. And the things and that's pretty much what they went over. They spent like 2 minutes of the hyper talk actually discussing things, and then the rest of the time talking about the two new characters that are coming out, which again I think are pretty mid. I feel like they're kind of not that great. One of them feels like a SSR Valerian in a kind of way with turn manipulation. I don't know. And then the other one is this kind of like a Kraken Heinrich, but like worse Heinrich, but okay Kraken. I don't know. They're kind of mid to me. I would have to see them in game, like actually being used or anything like that. But I really don't think they're worth pulling personally. So things they didn't talk about. They didn't talk about the economy, like how bad the economy is. We get no coins to upgrade our equipment. We get nothing on refund. It costs the second you put anything into an item, you're already in a loss. So you can't really stat check items. Um, that's not even talking about the terrible economy for shells. The shell economy is ridiculous. It's like 1.5 to max out a shell, and then it takes so long. It takes multiple days to do that if you're not max refreshing, that is. If you're just kind of using what they give you, it takes so long to do that, to just farm shells. Um, and it's like selling shells feels bad because you need shell duplicates to empower those shells. So they kind of encourage you not to sell anything if you want to build a lot of shells. I think they just need to like double or triple the economy that you get for like the silver, the shell credits. It just feels so abysmal, feels so terrible. And then the they didn't talk about anything for the equipment, the the drop chance. We should not be getting two matrices equipment on Hell 4 and above. It just shouldn't be a thing. It should be, oh, you got into the almost apex, 3 matrix mythics, and then the apex, you get the special like swift raid and all those special pieces, right? Like that's the point. You earned it. You should never get 2 matrices. People are complaining, or people are saying, oh, it's just so you can sell them off and um so you can earn more credits. Well, I mean, have you looked at the drop chance on these things? I've gotten more like 2-line triple matrix items than I have anything else. Again, with how bad the economy is, I can't even try and stat check them. It's a waste of time. It's a waste of money when I just sell that one off. So you don't need the 2 matrix items to fuel the economy because you already get enough of the 2-lined equipment pieces. You don't need it. You can just sell off the pieces you don't level up. And that's not even accounting for the pieces that have like 3 lines, 4 lines, but all of them are trash. Like you're not going to level up a piece with like 3 flat stats. It doesn't make any sense to me. They just kind of talked about just random BS. Told us to get over it for arena on a arena equipment, and then didn't talk about anything people actually wanted to talk about. Like what they probably picked up like the 5 people talking about the complaining about the Freya revelation. I have not seen it once in arena. Not a single time have I seen Freya revelation. So I don't know who's playing this, and then the 3 people who fought against it is complaining. But They could have talked about anything else. It's just ridiculous. Uh, and again, it was just an entire nothing burger. They didn't talk about anything of importance or significance. They just kind of glossed over some random things for like 2 minutes. And then the rest of the time, they just talked about the two new characters and talked about their abilities for over half the video. It's just ridiculous. They try to be like, oh, we're talking, we're listening, we're doing this, we're doing that, we're trying to be a part of the community and listen. No, you're not. And then they try and just distract us with new characters that honestly are mid. Like, if you look at the three characters they just put out, they put out Hoyon, which people loved. They put out Holden, which was amazing. Another stripper, knockback, attack break. He does it all. And he looks cool. And then they put out Yelly, who, you know, admittedly, as a base character, doesn't look that great, but her kit's pretty cool with the whole RNG gambling. Will she hit once or will she hit 500 times? The world may never know. You know, it's interesting characters. And I just feel like these characters that just came out just kind of mid. They don't excite me. They don't bring out the kind of, I need this character. And again, especially because of how bad it is to get experience from investigations. How long it takes to level up just one skill of a character in their respective domains. And then that's not even counting the money. Because you get no money from farming modules. You get no credits from farming shells. It's just you're fighting a losing battle. Because unless you wail the fuck out, you're not going to have anything to do anything with. It's ridiculous. But that's my 2 cents. I've done enough from rambling and bitching and moaning. But let me know how you guys think. If I'm just overreacting. Or if I'm valid and I'm justified in how bad I think this Hypertalk was. Let me know. And let me know about other changes, you know, besides economy and the drops and modules. What else needs to change about the game? Because I know this game is far from perfect. Even though I like this game. I love the game. I love playing it. It is super fun. But they needed to get together because they're just bleeding players. The reason they lost the majority of the big sponsors they had with the big streamers is because it just wasn't worth playing. Because it's just too much to deal with. It was like a full-time job. But, yeah. Have a good one. I appreciate you guys watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you look forward to more content. I have not been posting the last week or two. Just because, you know, I've been getting a new job and do some training and everything like that. But I will be posting way more often from now on. And thank you all for watching. Have a good one. Peace.